Hello and welcome to Michael Pepper Tech Talk. Just wanted to do a little video here. Um, I know that a lot of people probably got bombarded with Apple videos, iPhone videos after the announcement yesterday. So I just wanted to hold off and do this one the next day after I got a chance to kind of think about things. And so, um, my thoughts on the event are as follows. The updates were not substantial as far as from last year to this year, but if you consider the fact that a lot of people are on 2-year upgrade cycles because of like payment plans with their carrier, so they are upgrading every 24 months or sometimes even 30 months in between. As is the case with my wife and I, we both have iPhone 10s. She has the 64 gig white model and I have the 256 gig black model. And we will be upgrading to the iPhone 11 Pro Max. She wants to get the green, and so I'll probably either get the white or the gold, or I might just get green as well, and we'll differentiate by using different cases. So that is what I think they're considering, is that people upgrade every 2 years. And also, if you consider even from last year to this year, the camera, just adding an additional camera was not all they did. A lot of that's software based, and they also paired them in the factory, so when you transition between lenses, it's smoother, so you don't get that obvious shift between like wide angle and ultra wide, or ultra wide to telephoto. It's a smooth transition, so you can move in from ultra wide to telephoto, or telephoto to wide to ultra wide, moving out, and get a nice effect without having it feel like you're switching cameras. And to me, what's a huge deal is that all models, whether it's the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, or the Pro Max, support 4K video on the front and the back with all the cameras. The differentiation with the Pro series in that is that it supports extended HDR up to 4K 60 and only extended 4K 30 on the 11 model on the front and back. But the fact that you can shoot standard 4K 60 on all models, front and back, unlimited, is impressive, and I'm looking forward to seeing how well those cameras do. The night mode looks awesome. From the people that got their hands on them, from the software so far, that's something that automatically kicks into place, kind of like with HDR, but you can go into your settings and turn it off, I guess. So we will have to wait and see with that. I thought the demonstrations with Filmic Pro were quite awesome. What I'm looking forward to seeing is app developers creating a way that you can basically have a normal, like this length video, this view, this width, and then maybe an ultra wide where you'd be able to see somebody on each side of me, and a telephoto zoomed in that's zoomed in on my face, and it can use all three of those. So it can show just me at this, all of us together, zoomed in on me, or you could go in and pull, like crop in on the two people on each side of me, so shooting one take, you could get multiple angles and you could switch between people all with one camera and one take, basically, one phone. That is where I see the future going with that. what really kind of irked me with this announcement was the iPhone 11 technically went down by $50, but if you spend the $50 more and go to $749, you get 128 gigs of storage. And then another $100 at $849, you're up to 256. So $150 from the base model to the 256 gig model on the iPhone 11. The iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 11 Pro Max, both, the base model is 64 gig, and then 256 gig is $150 more, and then another another $150 more to get to 512 gigs of storage. So if you spent the same as you did last year on the iPhone XR and got the iPhone 11 this year, you would actually get 128 gigs of storage. But with the Pro and the Pro Max, you have to shell out an additional 150 more than you did last year to get to that 128 gigs or to get to 256 gigs of storage. And there's no 128 gig option. So if you pay the same thing as you did last year, you get stuck with 64 gigs of storage. I wish they would have started at 128 gig on the Pro series, or even 256 gig, and just offered two models, and bought that price down a little bit. I mean, I know I'm going to be getting the 512 gig model because I'm going to start shooting in 4K for my YouTube channel here. And also I do a lot of photography. I have a 256 gig model iPhone, and I have used more than, well, as of about a month ago, I had used only like 40 some gig of it. But now that I've been using my iPhone to shoot these videos, I am adding a couple gig a week at least, and that's only on 1080p video. And 4K will be even more so, and longer videos will add more. And just for future proof, I want to get as much storage as I can at once. And through AT&T, since it's over 30 months, it's only $5 more to go from the 256 gig to the 512 gig model each month. We'll be trading in my wife's iPhone. Mine is cracked, so I still have to pay that off. But we'll be trading in hers, and that will cover the taxes, the upgrade costs, and our cases as well. And then usually AT&T does a buy one, get one deal. So we'll use the monthly discount towards her phone, because she'll probably just get a 256 gig model, and that will knock probably $25 a month off her phone. So she'll pay like at most $18 a month for hers. So that's pretty cool. As far as the Apple Watch announcement, kind of irks me in a way, because they could have had that technology on the previous generation like my wife and I have, and the fact that they waited to put that on until now. But at the same time, I think it's nice that they knocked the third generation model down to starting at $199. So people that have like first generation or models can upgrade to the third generation for a lower price. But the other concern is, if people are already on the third generation model, they can't upgrade to the fourth generation model after the fifth one is released, when carriers and companies start no longer carrying them. The interesting announcement to me, though, was I have a 9.7-inch first-gen iPad Pro, and the new iPad is basically the internals of that, but with a slightly upgraded, because I think that's the A9X, and this is the A10 Fusion, so slightly upgraded processor and slightly larger screen, starting at $329 or $249 for students. I think that is an awesome deal, and the fact that you can get a non-pro iPad and use the Apple Pencil and the magnetic connected keyboard will be awesome for a lot of students, especially if they just need something to do some web browsing and typing on. That competes with a lot of the somewhat decent like Chromebooks and like the HP Stream and stuff. Yeah, you can get them for somewhat cheaper, but you're not going to be able to get Apple Pencil support and things like that. Now, once you add the cost of the Apple Pencil and the keyboard, though, you're talking about probably, was that around $600, $550, $600. You can get a really nice laptop for less than that. That's the issue. They don't include those things with it. Now, if you pay the lower $249, then it gets a little bit better because you're talking around maybe $400 by the time you add an Apple Pencil and a keyboard in there. So, anyways, just a quick video here. My wife, like I said, she wants to get the iPad Pro Max in the midnight green. So I'll probably be doing the white. I'm a Spartans fan, so green and white. In the past, I always did the space gray or black model. And depending on how hideous that gold is, or what tone of gold that is when we go and look at them in the stores this next Friday, not this week, but next week, I might go with that model. I just want to do something a little different. I like the green as well, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do the green, and like I said, we'll put a case on it and be good to go. So if you guys have any comments, questions, please post those below. Please like, subscribe, and follow. Also, feel free to check out my Facebook community page. It's linked under the About on this channel. It's just called Michael Pepper Tech Talk. You can probably search that on Facebook as well. I also have a Twitter, and my handle is Michael Pepper TT. And my Instagram is Michael Pepper Photography. Please feel free to check out my other social medias. And as always, have a good day and God bless.